the override pin is in place and locked. 6, the glass and the sticker is intact. Okay? Always 6 checks on those. All right? Once we're happy, hooks are checked, release mechanism is checked, we can then get the operating crew into the boat. Okay? Now, operating crew should be wearing safety shoes, life jackets,
gloves,
Helmet.
okay? Gloves are optional. Okay? Safety shoes, life jacket, hat. Okay? Now,
gloves.
Gloves.
optional.
It depends.
Okay? So, we're in the boat. The coxswain's on the steering wheel, the coxswain is in charge. Yeah, the IC is in charge. And he will have an operating crew at the front and he will have an operating crew at the back who will be doing the things that he tells them to do. Okay? So, the boat has already been lowered to the embarkation deck. Okay? So, the first thing he'll do is he'll test comms. Boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, testing comms, how do you hear me? Boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, loud and clear, how me? I see. Loud and clear also, sir. Excellent. Okay, boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, ready to lower just above the water. Okay? Boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, lower to just above the water. So, IC will say to the forward wire, get on the remote wire, lower. So we're on, we pull the wire, down we go. When we get to just above the water, he'll say stop. We release the wire and we stop. Okay? Next thing we're going to do, start the engine. Okay, the engine is running. We're in the air slightly, but the engine is running. Next thing we're going to do, remove the pins. Okay, so pin comes out, pin comes out, pin goes in the stowage. Pin comes out, pin comes out, goes in the stowage. Okay? What do we do next?
All the way down.
Do we go all the way down? Do we do anything with this yet? Not yet? Not yet. Boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, ready to lower to the water. Okay.
I'm waiting for
Ready to lower to the water. So, boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, lower to the water. Back on the wire, and we lower to the water. And when we go to the water, the water will come up the chute and will affect the hydrostatic bar. Okay? And it will turn from red to green. Okay? At that point, we can take the pin out. We know the boat's in the water. All the weight is offload. There's no weight on the hooks. And we can release the bar. Okay? The hooks will go. It's always happens to me. Right. Okay. So now we can drive away from the boat. Yeah. When we drive away from the boat in drill or maintenance, they normally get us into a circle and we just drive around until we're told to come back. Okay. But while we're driving around, we need to reset everything. So in the coxswain's folder underneath this chair, there's a reset card. And all we have to do is follow the instructions on the card. So the first instruction is, after clearing the ship and before hoisting, we must reset the hooks. So we reset the hooks. Okay. Hook is down. Hook is down. Tick. Put the release handle in the upright position behind the securing pin. So the release handle comes to the upright position. We get our securing pin and we put it back in place. Okay? Now hopefully our padlocks are in line. Good. Visually check that the holes where the pins go are clear. So you need to have a look through. There's a little bit of an obstruction there. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not clear. And neither is that one.
Also this.
Okay, so how are we going to clear them?
Twist a little bit.
we need to release the handle again, don't we? So the pin needs to come out, that needs to come down. Something to do with that. Put the handle back up, padlock should be in line. Are the holes clear?
Not yet.
Not yet. So,
Distraction again.
just have a little fiddle here. I don't know. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what is going on with this one. It is not like the one that I used before on the Primavera at all. Has anybody used this one before?
No.
I don't know why they're not seeing the holes. The boats won't do this, by the way. The boats won't do this. The boats will do it properly. This is just a fuck up on the model. Last week, there was something to do with that. I don't know what. Same. I wonder.
Now okay.
Now okay?
Yeah, okay.
So it's that.
No, it's the other one.
This one is right. So, what we need to do then, on
Same.
this
Yeah, just
model,
keep like that, please.
just push that.
Maybe because you
Put the handle on for me.
oh,
Oh, yes.
Ah, this is the point.
That's
yeah.
it, and that's the one we forgot, isn't it? Because we,
Yeah.
no, we haven't, no, because,
You need to remove
no, because the water is still up there. We're
Yeah.
driving around, we haven't hoisted yet.
because you reset
It's this. So this needs to go up. Not for me. Hold on.
Stop.
No. Up, down, what?
That's right. This one, okay.
No? What's that one? Clear?
It's okay.
Yes,
No.
clear.
Bring it down again. Up.
Here we
Yeah,
go. That's right.
Clear. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
At last. Right.
Perfect.
What a faff that is. Okay. I'll try and get the bosun to try and fix this for me. Right. And pin in. So, release handle upright behind the screw and pin tick. Really check the holes are clear. They are now. Tick. Check the green padlocks are in line. Tick. Check the hook locking pin holes where the pins go are completely clear. So we're looking through there. Check. Now we make a positive report back to the boat deck. So boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, hooks reset. Okay, he will repeat. Lifeboat number 1, boat deck officer, hooks reset confirmed.
After they do that one, they will
Yes.
report.
Huh?
After do that one, then they will report. to
Yes,
us.
that's what we're saying, yeah. We make a positive report that the hooks are reset, okay? So, now the boat deck officer knows that lifeboat number 1 is ready to come back when he's ready, okay? So once they've got everything sorted and it's our turn to come back, he'll say, lifeboat number 1, boat deck officer, come back to the falls. So the coxswain will drive back underneath the links, okay? And we need to hook on. So the forward line will get the forward link, the aft line will get the aft link, and we'll push them in to the hooks, okay? We push them in to the hooks. And we want to get them as far back in the hook as we can go, okay? So, after hooking on and before hoisting, we've got to check that there are no twists in the wires, because this is going to be a double wire, okay? Now there's a swivel here, so if there is a twist, we can just swivel it and undo the twist, okay? Tick. We must make sure that the stop pull, that's this piece, is down, okay, so that the hook, the link can't come out. There's no stop pull lock on this boat, on this ship. We're the only ship in the fleet that doesn't have it. Okay? So, the gates are down and closed. Tick. And then we make a positive report to the boat deck. My boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, hooked on and ready to be hoisted just clear of the water. And we make sure then that all the crew are sat down, hard hats on, life jackets on, and they're ready. Okay? So they will then hoist us just clear of the water. Now, as we come up, the water will drain out. The bar will go back to red, won't it? Okay? So, we're now in the air again. What do we need to do? We need to stop the engine. So we stop the engine. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check that the engine is stopped. Engine is stopped. Tick. Then we're going to check that the release handle is still in the upright position. Check. Then we're going to check that the hydrostatic interlock bar has turned back to red. Check. Check. And the pin is in place. Check. Now, this is where they swap again and they do both hooks. The forelink is properly inserted as far back in the hook as possible, forward and aft. Tick, tick. The stop pulls are down and locked. Down, down. Tick, tick. The green padlocks are in line. Tick, tick. Insert now the red pins. So now we get our pins. These can go back in the hole. We take our pin, it goes over the top of the stop pull and into the hole on the other side of the pin. Once we've got it in, it's good practice to check. Okay? So this goes in. Over the top. In. Check. Tick, tick. Then we make sure all the crew is sat down safely, hard hats on, life jackets, ready to go. We make our positive report back to the boat deck. Boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, all safety checks complete, ready to hoist. Okay? Up we come, back to deck 7, everybody out, and then the deck guys will put it back up on the gantry. Okay? That is the offload process. Without the faff bit of resetting the hooks. Okay? Without that. So, the next one we need to learn is the emergency one, the onload one. And that will happen if we're at sea and we need to go to emergency. So if we're at sea and we need to go to emergency, what's not going to be in? The pins won't be in. Okay, so when we sail tonight, the pins will be out. Okay? So the pins are out. So, same thing applies. Before we get passengers in, we need crew in, we need to do our checks. So how many checks do we do on the hook?
5.
5 with pins in.
Pin in.
4
Yeah, 4
without pins. Okay?
Yeah.
So, hook, link, stop pull, green padlock. Okay, they're your 4 checks. Forward and back. How many on here? 6. 1, 2, 3 red. 4 down, 5 in and locked, 6 plus. Okay, we're happy. So we get the crew in, we can now start prepping the lifeboat, getting the equipment out, because remember we can't get the equipment out when the passengers are in it. Okay, so we get the stuff out that we need. Then we start getting the passengers in and we load it evenly. Okay, so once we've got our passengers in, boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, ready to lower. Okay. Boat deck officer, lifeboat number 1, lower and ready. Okay. Now this time the 2IC is going to be looking outside the boat and it's going to be looking for the swell, the waves. Okay. When we get down to a level where the wave is licking the bottom of the boat, he's going to shout stop. Okay. So he tells the forward guy to get on the wire. We pull the wire down. The 2IC is looking out. He shouts stop. And we let the wire go. Stop. So now we're hanging in the air. We've got 150 people on the boat. All the weight is on the hooks. Okay? And we're there, swinging about. Okay? Now, engine on. Get the pin. Smash the glass. Okay? Once we smash the glass, we get the override pin. We turn it 180 degrees and we pull it out as far as it will come. Okay? So now we've got the engine running, the glass is smashed, the pin is out. Okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to brief somebody that is closest to us. Okay? Because I'm not going to be able to pull that handle on my own. It's going to be too heavy. Okay? So I'm going to say to the closest person next to me, in a minute, when the 2IC shouts now, that's when the wave is up on the bottom of the boat. When he shouts now, me and you are going to be on this handle, and when he shouts now, we're going to pull the handle down. Make sure they understand that, okay? So, yes, they understand. So, when they do that, we take the pin out. Okay? 2 sets of hands on the handle. The engine's running. We're listening for the 2IC. The wave comes up, he shouts now, and pull the handle. The loops pop, out they go, we drive away. Okay?
For emergency.
We don't need to worry about coming back and resetting because we're just going to wait to be rescued.
That procedure is for only emergency.
That's the on-load only for emergency.
Load and upload.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Happy?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No.
No?
Yes.
It's a lot easier, the on-load, huh? Enough about resetting.
I need to reset.
Yeah.